What's going on, guys? So today I have a really fun video in store for you and I want to make it into a game. So I have 21 cross-training shoes laid out in front of me from a variety of different companies, and we have a brand new scale. So we're going to go through and weigh every single one. But before I go through and weigh every single one, I want to ask you to drop a comment. Tell me which you think is the heaviest and which you think is the lightest. We'll go through all the individual models in just a minute. And I do apologize for not having the weight of shoes in my previous reviews. My scale died like at the beginning of this year, and it was one of those things where like I knew it took 2 seconds to buy a new one, but sometimes I could be a lazy POS and I never got around to it. And I finally had enough folks ask for the weight of shoes that we bought a new one. And to make up for all of this lost time of not weighing individual shoes, we're gonna go through and weigh 21 shoes. But now let's go ahead and check out which models we actually are gonna be weighing. All right, so here are the 21 models. We'll go through individually really quickly, and I'll also give you my top picks on what I think is gonna be the heaviest and what I think is gonna be the lightest. Now do note, I am missing a model from New Balance and Strike Movement. When I do individual shoes for those companies' models, I will provide the weight there, so I do apologize for not having them in this weight showdown. So our shoes in today's video include the Nano 11 Froning, the Under Armour HOVR Rise 3, the Nike React Metcon Turbo, the Nano 11 Adventure, the Nano 10, the NOBULL High Top Trainer, the Nike Metcon 6, the Reebok Nano 11, the traditional model, the Nano 10 Froning, the Nano 8, the Reebok Speed TR, the Under Armour HOVR Apex 2, the NOBULL Trainer, the Cloud X training shoe, the Nike Metcon 7, the GORUCK Ballistic trainers, the Mizuno TC01 and TC02, Under Armour TriBase Rain 3, Under Armour Project Rock 3. We also have the Innovate F-Lite 235 V3 and the Innovate F-Lite G300. And then last but not least, we have the PUMA Fuse training shoes. Now, if I had to guess which is the heaviest and which is the lightest, I'm gonna put my money on being the heaviest, the Nano 10 Froning. And then if I had to go with the lightest model, I'm gonna say the Cloud X training shoe. But now let's go ahead and weigh these models and see actually who's the heaviest and who's the lightest. All right, the first model is the Nike Metcon 7, coming in at a weight of 12.4 ounces. The next model is the Under Armour HOVR Apex 2. These puppies are normally pretty dang heavy. Yep, 14.4 ounces. Then we have the Reebok Nano 8 coming in at 11.4 ounces. Next up is the GORUCK Ballistic trainers, coming in at 14.4, similar to the HOVR Apex 2. Now we have the Reebok Nano 11, the traditional model, coming in at 11.8. Next up, the Under Armour HOVR Rise 3, coming in at a weight of 11.3. This is the front runner for being the lightest thus far. Next up, we have the On Cloud X training shoe, coming in at 8.8 ounces. That is freaking light. I am not sure if any of these other models are gonna be able to top that. Next up, the NOBULL High Top trainers, coming in at 11.2. Honestly, not too bad for being a high top training shoe. Then looking at the Mizuno TC02, we have a weight of 12.0 ounces. Then looking at the Mizuno TC01, we have a weight of 12.8 ounces. The next shoe, we have the PUMA Fuse training shoe, 14.1 ounces. And then next up, we have the Under Armour TriBase Rain 3, coming in at 11.2, pretty lightweight. All right, the next model on our list is the Nike React Metcon Turbo, coming in at 12 ounces. Then the next shoe is gonna be the Reebok Nano 10. These feel a bit heavier in nature, and they are 13.9 ounces. All right, next up, we have the Nike Metcon 6, coming in at a weight of 12.8 ounces. That is 0.4 ounces more than the Nike Metcon 7. And then next up, we have the Reebok Speed TR. I feel like if there's any model that can compete with the On Cloud X, it's gonna be this. And these have a weight of 9.5, so they are just heavier than the On Cloud X. All right, the next two models include the Nano 11 Adventure, coming in at 12.1 ounces, and then the Nano 11 Froning, coming in at a weight of 11.5 ounces. All right, the next model is the Innovate F-Lite G300, coming in at a weight of 12.3 ounces. And then also we have the Innovate F-Lite 235 V3, coming in at 10.1 ounces. All right, the next model is the NOBULL trainer, coming in at a weight of 10.7 ounces, not too bad. Then we have the Under Armour Project Rock 3s, 13.0 ounces. And then last but not least, I saved what I think is the heaviest for last, and that is the Nano 10 Froning, coming in at a weight of 15.2 ounces. All right guys, if you guessed that the OnCloud X would be the lightest and the Nano Tin Froning would be the heaviest, congratulations, you are a cross-training shoe aficionado. Now, I mean, granted, like OnCloud X has cloud in the name, so it kind of makes sense that they'd be the lightest. But that being said, let's go ahead and talk really briefly about weight in training shoes and if it really matters. So I think for most recreational folks, weight isn't really the biggest deal. However, when we start diving down different realms of specificity, weight can actually be a pretty detrimental factor when it comes to just the overall performance of what you're doing. So let's say you're somebody who primarily does HIIT training, plyos, and you need a shoe for agility work. Is this going to be the best model for you? Probably not. With a weight of 15.2 ounces, something like the Nano Tin Froning could feel pretty heavy on your feet, especially as you start to get tired, as you start to drag your feet a little bit more. That's when weight can start to matter. So for most recreational lifters, I don't think weight's the biggest deal. And generally, I like shoes that weigh between like 11 and 13-ish ounces. Like I feel like that's a pretty good middle ground for tackling everything. However, as you dive more into the realm of specificity when it comes to the type of training you're doing, that is when weight can matter. So in all of my reviews moving forward, I will have weight for you. I promise. We have a new scale. No more lazy Jake when it comes to weighing. But if you guys have any questions on this video when it comes to other shoes' weights, hit me in the comments below. And as always, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this one. Drop a like on the video, drop subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.